Hey everyone, this is Mr. Everything, and today I wanted to, not really unbox, but just try and set this up. Hopefully it'll work out in my situation, this phone mount for your car. I mean, you could really mount it anywhere, but that's where it's made for. And I did a video a few years back on one that was pretty good. At the time, I hated these. They were like, the only one I knew of was the Night Eyes steely one. You had to put that big bulky thing on everything. And a lot of them were vent mounts. They weren't like 3M surface mounts. And I really don't use that other one. And I'm hoping that this can be a cleaner setup and more convenient. It seems like the magnets have been much improved. And it's just a thin little plate. And one thing I like is this one's all metal. I think it's all aluminum. And I think the ball bearing is all aluminum. Plenty of foreign languages, but you do get it's more or less basic. I haven't really seen any on this one, and it'll pertain to a Grand Marquis, and there's not a really good spot on that car that isn't porous or soft touch, so I'm going to try a couple things and see how it works and report back. There's nothing here that matters. And I already like it. It's nice. It's almost like one of those pop sockets. It's very, so it's, I mean, the magnets are so strong, that'll do just fine. So it's not going to take up much room at all. And it's really stiff, so that's good. Obviously, when you have the whole phone on it, if you want to do it, you'll have more leverage, but I like that, so it's not going to, when you hit a bump, it's not going to just go clear to the bottom. This could be a concern. Some people said this 3M's not that good. Now I have the white. This is like a black. I'm not going to bother right now, but I have the regular 3M mounting tape. If this fails, I'll cut out a circle of that and try it. And if I had to, maybe I would glue it if it would be a permanent installation where I'd never change it. It's nice they include that. I'll probably use my own alcohol. But sometimes those cheap ones have lint on them. And then of course you need the metal plates. So they do give you an extra one, so you could probably go through 2 of these before you would want to try something else. This is the metal plate. I'm going to use the big one for this phone. And this is a protective clear piece. This is a smaller one. I'm sure either would work, but I'll just use the bigger one. And then this is the protective piece for this one. And I'm using my iPad since I'm using my phone here for this. With this phone, and probably all of them that have wireless charging, and you can see how nicely it's damaged, but I think the elements right here, you can look at a tear down of whatever your phone is. So I'm going to put my plate like right here. You could put it in the case, but since mine's a microfiber case, it probably won't stick. You could sandwich it maybe just to test fit things. You could just lay it in here and put it on. But you'll put this clear piece on first when you have everything where you want it. Then you'll stick this to it. You don't have to, but then it makes it easier to peel that off. So that should completely avoid the wireless element, because if you get anywhere here, it'll lose wireless charging. So I think it's just right in the center. So I'm not going to waste time showing you how to do this. It'll pertain to your phone and however you want to do it. And then I'll switch to the car, hopefully when it's all said and done. Well, I think I have this pretty much finished, at least assuming everything holds up. This is my old thing, and it's because of this here that I get that flicks. That's not a fault of the product. It's because I don't want to mount it in my vent clip and block my vent and probably break it. So this one was okay, but you can see it kind of sticks sometimes, and it is a little bit flimsy, and you could, I could just glue it or something, but that's more so my fault. Just it doesn't work for my situation. So it's being replaced with this. And unfortunately, it's not covering anything. It doesn't really matter. I'm more picky about cars than most people would be. I'd prefer it up here, but the phone because of how this dash is designed, I mean, and it's stupid to put it any further over here. It needs to go here, and there you go. Sorry if I'm using the iPad, everything, I don't think it has a very wide angle to it, but you can see it does work. Now, one problem I'm having is it's a little slippery, and that's because of the case. I'll go ahead and take it off and show. Basically naked, and it's super strong, and I mean, there's a whole lot of resistance, like you can really feel it, and it's not going anywhere. Now, it is a little unstable, and that's because I had to put it here because the wireless charging element is here. Otherwise, it would be more balanced, and this is a heavy phone to begin with. Glass screen protector, metal plate. So all the weight is actually working against me, but I don't see this going anywhere. And if you hit a pothole or something that bad, you have larger problems than worrying about your phone falling. So I can't fault the product if it doesn't work with this, because on here, I mean, it's just fine. So I don't see any issue as long as the adhesive here, and this isn't even completely flat. It does, so we'll see there. Obviously this is like a 3D tape. It's not just thin, there's some depth to it, so it might take that flex and kind of mitigate it. Right now it looks great. I've used 3M for like holding Dyson vacuums and stuff. This is different. I used the white mounting tape. This seems more rubbery, so I might switch to. But also in my bathroom, I use 3M tape to hold a toothpaste or a toothbrush thing, and all the steam and everything, and it never came loose. So hopefully in my situation, if you do good prep work, which I did with alcohol and wiping everything down, hopefully it doesn't come undone. If it does, I could always try a different type or glue it if I find that it's perfect here and I'm never going to remove it. We find out if I do tap up here, it does. Again, that's because in my situation I couldn't put it in the center to keep it balanced, but usually it takes more pressure to press down here, and this is where it's at, so it's sturdy. It's not too bad here. And when I'm driving, usually your navigation, if you like want to start or stop directions, it's here, and you could always just hold it. I mean, I prefer, and since it's so ease of use now, you could just immediately just flip through it real quick and throw it right back up. I mean, it's taken, you'd have to really be driving on a crap road for that to shake loose, and from the middle it seems. So I think it'll work out. If there's any issues, I'll certainly give you an update. This was the cheapest one that was a good quality one that it had good reviews, a lot of reviews, all aluminum, nice and sturdy. So I think this is the best one to get. It's the cheapest for the build of this style, and I would highly recommend it. So thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one. Have a good one.